There may be a new cat in the cat house. If they were going for the longest name in the book, they may have nailed it. This is the 2020 Land Rover Range Rover Velar SV Autobiography Dynamic Edition. But is the price going to nail it, and the performance too? The Range Rover Velar is a mid-sized luxury crossover. Velar is derived from the Latin velium, meaning curtain or veil. The Velar was released in the summer of 2017. The name Velar has previously been used for a series of pre-production first-generation Range Rovers in 1969, but this does not look like any old-world car. It's hyper-modern. Well, it looks like a Range Rover up front. It has that Range Rover type grille, of course Range Rover written across the front, really nice sleek multiple bulb headlights, and this lower valance is significant. It's the only lower valance that's available on the SVR Autobiography Dynamic Edition, and it has lots of vents. Why does it have lots of vents? Well, this is a big V8 engine where most of the other Velars get V6s. It needs to vent that engine and vent the brakes because this goes fast. From the front to the side, it keeps the regal but elegant presence. Now, if we want to talk about door handles, Land Rover completely nailed it with this Velar. Check out this. The door handles are flush normally, but you unlock the vehicle, they pop out. The cool thing about this is they tested these in Moscow in freezing conditions, covered in ice. And when you pop the door handles, even with ice all over the outside, they jump out. The Velar has about an inch more ground clearance than the regular Range Rover. Alright, let's find out how easy it is to get in and out of this vehicle, what they call ingress and egress. Not too high, fairly easy to ingress, and this vehicle is comfortable. I can already tell my backside is going to like this drive. Magic comes from the push of a button. When you get in the vehicle, something that's very cool, you put your foot on the brake and you hit the start button here. As the vehicle starts up, it comes to life. The screen tilts towards you, the gauges light up, and the sunroof opens all the way. Giant panoramic sunroof. Now it's kind of a welcome into the vehicle. But it's the drive that gives you thrills. Now this vehicle has a top speed of 170 miles an hour. It does 0 to 60 in 4.3 seconds. And if you want to put your foot down, it has a special exhaust button to make it sound great. So, take my money. The SV Autobiography gets a much bigger engine than the regular Velar. Now the SV Autobiography Dynamic Edition gets its own engine. This is a 5-litre V8 with a supercharger, 0 to 60 in 4.3 seconds. This outputs 550 horsepower and is mated to an 8-speed quick shift transmission. It has paddle shifters and it really gets up and goes. Range Rover have never skimped on tech. When Range Rover first came out with the Velar, the in-control system, the dynamic screens were a little chunky. They had a reputation for failing and getting stuck or hung up. No longer is that the case. In fact, it does take a little time to boot up when you start the vehicle, but once it's booted up, it's easy to get around, to change drive modes and to split the screen and select audio, visuals, climate control, whatever you might need. I've always said that the brand has exclusive interior appointments. Of course, this is a Range Rover, which means it has superior luxury. Inside, everything is beautifully designed, including the Windsor leather in the SVR Autobiography Dynamic Edition, and there's a lot in here, but it's not complicated. It's not full of things that are unnecessary. Everything is simple and easy to operate. In fact, you'll find the gauges and all of the buttons are within arm's reach. Nobody has any trouble reaching anything, turning it on. It's simple to do and understand. All passengers are treated equally. What about backseat room? There's plenty of it. Nice mat pocket at the back. Everybody gets their own temperature control. You can also control the fan. It has a 12-volt power outlet, nice armrest, electric windows, plenty of room. And if you fold down the center of the seat, even have a cup holder for your Starbucks. If the Land Rover Range Rover Velar SV Autobiography Dynamic Edition is what you want, don't delay. So if you want your Land Rover, Range Rover, Velar, SV Autobiography Dynamic Edition, you better hurry up. They're only going to make this vehicle for 1 year. If you want to get into one of these, the starting price $90,790. Available for a limited time. I'm Nik Miles.